there are a lot of metrics that you can track along the way, and that's what's brilliant about the technology we have available to us now, because you can refine what you're doing along the way in order to increase your odds of meeting that end goal. So we look at metrics in two ways. One is that ultimate goal. So, seatbelts is such a great example because we worked with the Michigan State Police to bring seatbelt use up from 80% to 98%, #1 in the country. And along the way, so that's the ultimate goal. Ultimate goal, how many people are wearing their seatbelts? But along the way, you measure how many impressions. So you measure the marketing tools that you're using, or the advertising or the communications tools that you're using. And that's where you can refine. So there are kind of two parallel paths of measurement. One is that ultimate business objective, and the other is the effectiveness of each tool that you've employed along the way to reach that ultimate objective.
This video offers insights and inspiration on how to avoid being overwhelmed with all the marketing maybes and just focus on the marketing musts. Why it is just as important to set marketing goals as it is to set sales goals. And a few simple sample measures for determining the effectiveness of your sales and marketing efforts. So, how do you determine if your marketing efforts have been successful? Well, a good place to start is by defining your measures of success. What does success look like for your business? Expanded product line, new and diversified distribution channels, increased sales to new customers? Or are you looking to increase the average sales per customer? If you want your sales and marketing efforts to be successful, you'll need to create a definitive set of measures for your success. Now, these measures should align with your annual business goals, and those goals should move you towards your revenue and profit goals. For example, a part of Hartley's Hops Company's strategic plan is to grow the business by diversifying its product offerings, with the specific financial objective of achieving a 10% growth in overall sales. This means an extra $75,000 in revenue and 10% increase in profit for the company. A marketing objective could be to add prepackaged beer kits as a new complementary product line to be offered with bulk hop sales. To grow the business as per the strategic goal and meet the financial objective of $75,000 in extra sales, a total of 7,500 kits will need to be sold at a selling price of $10 each. Hartley's Hop Company will also share the measures so everyone understands what motivates marketing. Setting marketing goals is no different than setting sales goals. Both motivate your choices in business. If you want to increase sales by 20% this year, which marketing strategies will help you to reach those goals? New products? New customers? New channels? How will you measure these efforts? Establish your marketing measures and use them as a filter to evaluate and prioritize all requests and marketing activities you're considering for the coming year. And I'm telling you, without this first step, marketing will continue to struggle in demonstrating success. With this step, you begin to understand the important contributions marketing makes to your business's overall success.
Our customers find us in a lot of ways, whether it's through referrals from seeing the product in the field or via Google advertising. We're pretty aggressive in our AdWords campaign. It allows us to be very, very targeted in who we are going after and gives us very measurable results that we wouldn't otherwise be able to get.
So, you've defined how your marketing success will be measured. You understand why this is a critical first step. So, how do you measure it? Well, you need to measure work that matters to your business in a way that makes sense to you, in terms of numbers. Measure activities you can use to make decisions and take action. Remember, everything you measure should support your success factors, which should be aligned to the company goals, especially your sales and profit goals. If it's important that you grow revenue by 25% in this year, this is what you should focus on and measure. If diversifying your customer base is important, that's what you should focus on and measure. If you have to increase sales of one product line over another, then that's what you should focus on and measure. Do you need to secure new distribution channels? Guess what? That's what you should focus on and measure. If you want to avoid being overwhelmed with all the marketing maybes and just focus on the marketing musts, decide on just a few things that matter most each year. So, what should you measure? Each business owner may consider marketing programs successful for different reasons. Usually there's some common ground when it comes to determining the impact of a few main marketing tactics, such as distribution channels, new markets. How many new market segments have you opened up by changing or adding a distribution channel? New customer sales. What percentage of sales has come from new distribution channels? Geographic reach. How has your geographic reach expanded as a result of new distribution channels? Also, consider measuring online and content marketing. Email opens. How many recipients of an email campaign actually opened the email? Click-throughs. What percentage of those who opened the email actually clicked a link or button within the email to take advantage of the offer? Form conversions. What percentage of those who clicked through actually finished the process by completing a form?
We look at numbers and we look at graphs, and that's what we analyze on a daily basis. What is working and what is not working. If something's not working, we change course and move in a different direction. If we see something working, we look to see why it's working and try to dig a little deeper. And we can do that on a daily basis. And we do it for our clients as well as we do it for ourselves.
Remember, public relations. Public relations, or PR, is about creating an environment of authentic endorsement. Craft your pitch so it's newsworthy. You'll always want to highlight a unique selling point, but you also have to craft your pitch so it relates to the media outlet that you're targeting. Think of their audience and how you can connect them to your product. Let's say your business sells a software as a service product, and you're targeting a media outlet that tends to cover social media news. You might approach it by explaining how you used a social media engagement strategy to gain your first 500 paid subscribers. People often forget to measure advertising equivalency. What is the equivalent advertising value of this space? Let's say you get a half-page write-up in a prominent industry publication or are featured in a highly respected blog targeted at your core customers. Take the coverage you receive through your PR efforts and calculate what the same space would have cost had you paid standard advertising rates.
Sometimes being engaged in the community means that you're actually getting your hands dirty or doing the dirty work. And it can come in a variety of ways. It can be volunteering at a beer tent. It can be pulling weeds. It can be making cold calls for fundraising or anything that is beyond just giving your product or services away. So, I mean, I really think that there's a big difference between those who say they do and those who do. And being a doer in the community is vital to your reputation in the long run.
How do you keep track of improving your online reputation? Do you have the right endorsements? Are they respected, authentic? When it comes to selling your brand and telling your story, endorsements are huge. Research indicates 92% of consumers trust recommendations from family and friends more than any other form of marketing. Local listings. So, how many local listing sites are you on today versus prior to your marketing efforts? Reviews. How many reviews are you getting? What percentage of your reviews are favorable? Media buys, such as TV, radio, and newspaper. Cost per inquiry. How did inquiries or traffic measure against the cost to generate them? Conversion. What sales resulted from a targeted ad? Maybe a flash sale, coupon code, or other unique identifier was used to tie the effort to sales. Different advertising, public relations, and promotion efforts have different micro goals. Remember, the bottom line goal of any marketing strategy is to increase sales. So, be a savvy small business owner. understand which marketing efforts are sending customers to specific selling channels to make the sale.
Well, in the end, marketing does have to come down to some metric, right? So we are perpetual measurers of metrics. The strongest one to measure for us is not, again, if we go back to that revenue number, that it's some number of transactions times some average transaction price. The price can always move up and down, and that may be reflective of some marketing efforts. But the real number is the number of transactions per unit for us per location. So when we go to market with an advertising campaign or a marketing campaign, regardless of the method of delivery, we are perpetually measuring how that is influencing the actual traffic going through the store. So, the crass version of that in the restaurant business is how many butts are we getting in the seats? That's what we're really looking for. And there is no other measuring device that is more significant than actual customer counts.
We realize the success of your business directly impacts the success of your community and its people. So we push a little harder and care a bit more because it's not profit for us, it's prosperity for all.